Mystery seedlings are popping up in the garden, and the core answer is identify them first, keep only the useful ones in workable spots, and pull the rest while they're small. I'm Grant, Fiona's here, and this is Rude Insect.
First action. Don't water, pamper, or emotionally adopt the plant until you know what it is and whether it belongs there.
Volunteer plants sound charming, though. A tomato by the compost, dill between the carrots, maybe a ground cherry near the fence because a bird did some accidental gardening.
Accidental gardening is still gardening with consequences. A volunteer is simply a plant growing where you didn't deliberately sow it. The seed might come from dropped fruit, compost, mulch, wind, bird droppings, livestock bedding, or last season's plants going to seed.
So the garden is freelancing.
Yes, and freelancers still need management.
The common garden mistake is treating every volunteer like a free bonus plant. That's tempting, because who doesn't want free tomatoes or surprise flowers? But free plants still spend garden currency: space, water, nutrients, sunlight, and attention.
Exactly. A volunteer tomato in the middle of a path is not a gift if you have to fight it every time you drag the hose through. A squash seedling might look promising, but it may be diseased, poorly placed, or not produce what you expect if it crossed with another cucurbit.
Wait, so the cute little squash could become a sprawling mystery beast?
That is a fair description. And if it's crowding your planned crops, the mystery beast loses.
I do like the helpful volunteers, though. Dill can feed swallowtail caterpillars, cilantro and lettuce can reseed, calendula and borage can bring in pollinators, and flower gardeners get surprises like cosmos, poppies, yarrow, black-eyed Susan, even foxglove.
Yes, but foxglove is also a good reminder that identification matters. Some plants are poisonous, some are invasive in certain regions, and seedlings can look annoyingly similar. It looks friendly is not a plant ID system.
I was going to say leafy confidence, but I hear you.
No leafy confidence. Use clues together. Leaf shape, how the leaves are arranged, whether the stem is smooth, hairy, ridged, or square, and whether the plant has a recognizable smell when gently crushed. And compare it at more than one growth stage if you're unsure.
So plant apps can help, but they're not a final answer?
Right. Apps depend on photo quality, lighting, and the stage of growth. They're a clue, not a verdict. If the plant resembles something poisonous, invasive, or just unknown, pull it while it's young.
That while it's young part feels important. Tiny plants are easy. Big plants become negotiations.
And gardeners are terrible negotiators once a plant has flowers.
So what's the keep or pull rule?
Keep it only if you can identify it with confidence. It's in a workable place, and it won't create a bigger problem later. Pull it if it's in a path, against a foundation, under a shrub, inside the crown of another vegetable, or crowding a crop you actually planned.
What about a volunteer dill in the carrot row? I want dill. I want carrots. Can't we all get along?
Not always. Dill near cabbage might be welcome if you're supporting swallowtails. Dill mixed into tiny carrot seedlings can make weeding miserable. Same plant, different verdict. Location matters.
And disease symptoms are a hard no?
Yes, if you see mosaic-like mottling, severe distortion, wilting, or suspicious spotting, don't nurse it along out of curiosity. Remove it. Volunteers should not become disease reservoirs.
Transplanting seems like the diplomatic option. Move the surprise plant somewhere useful.
Sometimes. Many volunteer flowers and herbs move well when they're young, but not everything appreciates being relocated. Dill, for example, makes a taproot and often resents transplanting once it gets going. Tiny seedlings have a better chance than lanky ones.
So the real question is not, is it free? It's, does this plant earn the spot?
Especially in raised beds, narrow paths, and small kitchen gardens. Tight layouts work better when plants are placed on purpose. Volunteers need a higher standard where space is limited.
Fiona's 30-second verdict. Should gardeners keep volunteer plants?
Maybe. Keep a volunteer if you can confidently identify it. It has enough room, and it gives you something useful. Food, flowers, pollinator support, or beneficial insect habitat. Say no if it's unknown, diseased, invasive looking, badly placed, or crowding a planned crop. One concrete reason? A volunteer that steals light and space from your intentional vegetables is not free. It is competition.
That is the least romantic and most helpful answer possible.
Romance is for seed catalogs. In the bed, we inspect first.
Keep the welcome surprises. Pull the suspicious ones early, and don't let a mystery seedling redesign your whole garden. If this solved the mystery, subscribe for fast answers the next time something weird shows up in your garden.
Thank you for listening to this edition of RudeInsect.com, Conversations with Grant and Fiona.